वाले की जय, श्याम प्यारे की जय।
Good morning everyone. So welcome back. Now today we'll continue with the exercise that is 12.2. We had done 4 questions. Now today we'll continue with the 5th question here. Now the 5th question says that in figure, your figure is given here, AB and CD are equal. What is it? What is AB and CD here? They are the chords. AB and CD are equal chords of the circle. O is the center of the circle. If OM is perpendicular to AB and ON is perpendicular to CD, then prove that angle OMN is equal to angle ONM. So here now what is given to you? You are given a circle whose center is point O. AB is the chord, CD is a chord, and both are equal. They are equal chords. OM and ON, these are perpendiculars on the chords. OM is perpendicular to AB and ON is perpendicular to CD. Now what we have to prove here? We have to prove that angle OMN, this is the angle OMN, this angle, you have to prove that it is equal to angle ONM. So these two angles we have to prove that they are equal. Now given and to prove that it is written here, and you can write it by your own also. Now the proof part here, first thing is you are given AB is equal to CD. The chords are equal. AB is equal to CD and OM is perpendicular to AB, ON is perpendicular to CD. Therefore, OM is equal to ON. Now these two will be equal, OM and ON. Why they will be equal? Chords, they are equal. OM perpendicular to AB means this is the distance of the chord AB from center. ON is perpendicular to CD. It means this ON is the distance of this chord CD from center O. So chords are equal, then their distance from the center will also be equal, because equal chords are at equal distance from the center of circle. If chords are equal, then the distance of these chords from the center will also be equal. So we get that OM and ON is equal. Now if you consider this triangle OMN, what about this triangle now? Hence, triangle OMN is isosceles triangle. Two sides equal means it become an isosceles triangle, and if triangle is an isosceles triangle, then the angles opposite to the equal sides is also equal. So here OM and ON, these are the two equal sides, then the angles opposite to them will also be equal. And angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Therefore, what we get? We get that angle OMN is equal to angle ONM. So hence proved. Hope this is clear to you now. It's just a simple and a easy question to be done. Now we will move towards question number 6. So here is question number 6 now. Question number 6 says, in the figure O dash are the centers of given circles. So in figure what is given to us? There are two circles whose first circle, say the center is O, the second circle the center is O dash. Also it is given that AB is parallel to O dash. This line segment, if you see, which is drawn here, AB, it is parallel to O dash. You have to prove that this line segment AB is twice O dash, twice the length of O dash. So given and to prove that you write yourself. Let's move straight to the proof. Now here in this figure, these line segments which are given O dash E and OD, they are perpendiculars. Now understand the figure what is there. In the first circle, if you consider this first circle where the center is O, then AC, this becomes the chord of the first circle. AC is the chord of the first circle and OD is perpendicular to this. So perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle, what is it equal to? What does it do? What is the property of it? The theorem which you have done. Perpendicular drawn from the center of the chord bisects the chord. So OD will bisect AC. It means AD and CD will become equal. In the second circle, BC is the chord, O dash E is the perpendicular drawn on it. Then again the perpendicular drawn will bisect the chord. So BE and EC will be equal. Now what we have to do? What is the basic thing that we have to prove? We have to prove that AB is twice O dash. Now this is clear that BE and EC are equal, means this part is equal to this. Similarly CD and DA, they are equal. Now we need twice of it. We just need to prove that ED is equal to O dash. If you can prove this, ED and O dash equal, then our purpose will be solved. So here now, what is given? We are given that AB is parallel to O dash. We are already given that this line segment is parallel to O dash. When these two line segments are parallel, then what does it mean? This means that ED is parallel to O dash. So DE parallel O dash. It's clear, I think. If one line segment is parallel to another, then part of it will also be parallel. Now OD is perpendicular to AB and O dash E is also perpendicular to AB. There are two line segments OD and O dash E which are perpendicular to the same line segment. So if you have a line segment or a line and we draw two perpendiculars on this, then what about these two perpendiculars? They will be parallel to each other. Perpendiculars drawn on the same line or a line segment are parallel to each other. So if OD and O dash E, they are perpendicular to AB, it means OD is parallel to O dash E. They both are parallel. Now here, if you take these two, what we get? We get DE is parallel to O dash. Similarly, OD is parallel to O dash E. it means in this quadrilateral the opposite sides they are parallel, and being parallel it is a parallelogram. But what about this angle? This is 90 degree, and any parallelogram with one right angle is considered as a rectangle. So if you have any parallelogram with one right angle, then it is considered to be a rectangle. So let us combine all the three results. So from results 1, 2 and 3, we have, what do we get? That the quadrilateral O dash ED is a rectangle, and in a rectangle the opposite sides they are equal. Though in parallelogram also the opposite sides are equal. Even by saying that it is a parallelogram, you can prove that the opposite sides are equal. So that is not an issue whether you have to take it as a rectangle or you have to take a parallelogram. But because we are given a right angle here, one right angle is there, so we take it that it is a rectangle. And being rectangle, now what we will have? We will have ED is equal to O dash. The opposite sides they are equal, and if opposite sides are equal, these two parts will be equal. Opposite sides of rectangle are equal. So this part is complete now. We have proved that ED and O dash they are equal. Now also AD is equal to DC. AD and DC, these both are equal. Both being equal means they are half of AC. If two parts are equal, then they will be half of the whole part. And similarly this CE and BE. BE is equal to EC and they are half of BC. Why is it so? Because perpendicular drawn from center of circle to the chord bisects the chord. The perpendicular which is drawn from the center to the chord, it will bisect the chord. So these two parts they are equal and each part is half of the whole. Now from 4 we have, now this ED is equal to O dash. So ED, this ED, it can be written as EC plus CD. So we will write it as EC plus CD is equal to O dash. But what is EC? EC is half of BC. And what is CD? It is half of AC equals to O dash. Now simplify this further. You can have the LCM. Taking the LCM as 2, DC plus AC will be there in the numerator and it is equal to OO dash. Now what is BC plus AC? If you check out the figure there, BC plus AC, it combines to give you AB upon 2 can be cross multiplied to the other side. So you get AB is equal to 2OO dash, twice of OO dash, and this is what we had to prove. So hence proved. So this was your question number 6. So this is question number 7 here now. Now question number 7 says that AB and CD are two chords of a circle such that AB is equal to 10 centimeter, CD is equal to 24 centimeter, and AB is parallel to CD. So as you can see in the figure here, there is a circle. We have taken O as the center of this circle and R as the radius of the circle. Now what is given? We are given two parallel chords AB and CD, where AB is 10 centimeter, CD is 24 centimeter, right? The distance between AB and CD is 17 centimeter. Now if you take the distance between the two parallel chords, means it will be the perpendicular distance. So that distance is given to us as 17 centimeter. Now first thing, we have to find the radius of this circle. So what we are given? We are given only this thing, that AB is 10 centimeter, CD is 24 centimeter, AB is parallel to CD. Now let OM be perpendicular to AB and ON be perpendicular to CD. Let us take this. OM is perpendicular on AB and ON is perpendicular on CD. But because AB and CD, they are parallel, therefore M, O and N, these 3 points, they will lie on a straight line. All these, they will lie on a straight line. Now why straight line I am saying? Because these two chords, they are already parallel, and if you are drawing OM perpendicular to AB and ON is perpendicular to CD, let me take it here. If say this is the circle, this is the first chord, this is your second chord, this is the center. From here you are drawing a perpendicular, from here you draw the second perpendicular. Now these both chords, they are parallel. If you draw a line, say again a parallel to both these chords from the center, what will happen? This angle is 90, so this angle is also 90. They are the alternate interior angles. Similarly, this angle being 90, this is also 90, alternate interior angles, and the sum of these two becomes 180. So this will become a straight line. So no need to mention all these things. You can just say, because AB is parallel to CD, OM is perpendicular to AB and ON is perpendicular to CD, therefore points M, O and N will lie on a straight line, or you can say they form a straight line. Now we are given the distance between AB and CD as 17, therefore MN is equal to 17 centimeter. MN, it is 17. Let ON be taken as X. If you take this ON as X, what will be this OM now? Then OM will be MN minus ON, that is 17 minus X. So ON is equal to X, then OM equals to 17 minus X. Also we are drawing the perpendiculars ON perpendicular to CD. So when we are drawing it perpendicular to CD, then perpendicular drawn from center to the chord bisects the chord. Therefore, CN will be half of CD, that is half of 24, 12 centimeter, and same way OM is perpendicular to AB, so AM will be half of AB, so that is 10 upon 2, 5 centimeter. Now have the two right triangles which are there, and using those two right triangles we can calculate the value, the required radius. So first let's take the triangle, say ONC. Now if you take this triangle ONC, what you have, OC squared is equal to ON squared plus CN squared. Why is it? This is by using the Bodleian theorem, that is Pythagoras, which is also known as Pythagoras theorem. So you have here R squared equals to X squared plus, what is Cn now? Cn is equal to 12. So it is 12 squared, or R squared is equal to X squared plus 144. Now have the second right triangle. In triangle OMA, if you take this right triangle now, here again by using Bodleian theorem, you will have OA squared is equal to OM squared plus AM squared, where OA, it is again the radius, so R squared equals to OM, the value of OM is 17 minus X, so it's square of 17 minus X plus AM is equal to 5 centimeter, so it is square of 5. So R square equals to, now here 17 minus X whole squared, it is in the form of identity A minus B whole squared, so it will be A squared minus 2AB plus B squared, and using it you will get 289 minus 34x plus x squared and plus 25. You are applying the identity A minus B whole squared, which is equal to A squared minus 2AB plus B squared. So using it now, solve it. You can have one more step in this, that is R squared equals to, now 289 and plus 25. This will give you 314 minus 34x and plus x squared. So this is your equation number 2. Now compare equations 1 and 2. This is also the value of R squared. This is also the value of R squared. So from equations 1 and 2, what you have? You get 314 minus 34x plus x squared equals to x squared plus 144. Now if you see here, on both the sides you have x squared, So both the sides being x squared, this will be eliminated. It will be eliminated. So you are left here with minus 34x equals to 144. 314 transposed to the other side, minus 314. And you get minus 34x equals to, now subtract it. On subtracting it, you will get 170, and this is negative. So what is the value of x you get? You get x as minus 170 upon minus 34, which is equal to 5. So you get the value of x as 5. But what we have to find out? We have to find the radius. So radius, it will be from either of the equations, 1 or 2. Either substitute the value of x in equation 2, or you substitute the value of x in equation 1. So substituting it, you will get the value of r, that is the radius. And easier will be equation 1. So from equation 1, we have r squared equals to x squared, that is square of 5 plus 144. So r squared equals to 25 plus 144, that is 169. And what will be r now? R is square root of 169, which is in turn 13. So you get the radius as 13 centimeter. Therefore, radius of circle is 13 centimeters. So in this way you can calculate the radius. So hope this question is clear now. So now this is question number 8. The question says, in a circle of radius 10 centimeter, the lengths of two parallel chords are 12 centimeter and 16 centimeter respectively. So there is a circle whose radius is 10 centimeter and there are two parallel chords, one measuring 12 centimeter and the other measuring 16 centimeter. Find the distance between AB and CD. So here what is to be found now? You have to calculate the distance between AB and CD. There are two parts given to you. If chords are on the same side of the center, now both the chords, they should be on the same side of the center. So this is center, and in this figure you can see here both the chords, they are on the same side. Second, if chords are on opposite sides of the center. Opposite side means one above and the other one below, on both the sides of the center. So these are the two situations given to you where you need to calculate the distance between the chords. So here we will first come to the A part, the situation where both the chords, they are on the same side of the center. So what is given here now? We are given that the radius is 10 centimeter. First chord AB, say this is 12 centimeter. Second chord CD, this is 16 centimeter. We are also given that AB is parallel to CD. Now, if you take OM perpendicular to AB and ON perpendicular to CD, OM perpendicular to AB and ON perpendicular to CD, then OM and N, these all will lie on the same straight line. Just in the previous question we have done it. Two parallel chords are there, so perpendicular drawn on one chord will also be the perpendicular drawn on the other chord. So here what we have to calculate now, we have to find this distance MN, the distance between the two chords. Same is the situation here in second part also. The only difference is the chords, they are not on the same side but they are on the opposite sides. So again the radius is 10, AB it is 12, CD is 16, you need to calculate this distance mn, right? So let us just do it. As you can see in this figure, there are two right triangles. Two right triangles are there, and using the right triangles, Baudoin theorem or the Pythagoras theorem, we can calculate if two sides are known, the third can be calculated. So here one is there. Okay, if you take this triangle CNO, CO is 10 centimeter. This is given, the radius is 10 centimeter. But ON, it is not known. What about CN? CN will be half of CD. Reason? Perpendicular drawn from center to the chord bisects the chord. Now, perpendicular drawn from center of chord, center of circle to the chord bisects the chord. So if any perpendicular is drawn from the center to the chord, it will bisect the chord. So here ON is perpendicular to CD. It means CN and ND both will be equal. Or you can say CN is half of CD. This part will be half of CD. And what is CD? CD is 16. So it is half of 16, that is 8 centimeter. And same way OM is perpendicular on AB. So what about AM? This will be half of AB. And what is AB now? AB is 12 centimeter. So 12 upon 2, you get it as 6 centimeter. Now you go on with the triangles. In right triangle, say CNO. Take this right triangle CNO. You have here OC squared equals to ON squared plus CN squared using the Baudoin theorem. Now OC, this is the radius, it is 10 centimeter. CN, this is 8 centimeter. Calculate ON from here. So 10 squared equals to ON squared plus 8 squared. So this is 100 equals to ON squared plus 64. And what will be ON here? Square root of 100 minus 64. And what is 100 minus 64? 36. So square root of 36 gives you 6 centimeter. So ON is 6. Same way, take the triangle AMO and calculate OM. In right triangle AMO, there you have OA squared is the hypotenuse. So OA squared equals to AM squared plus OM squared. So what is OA now? It is the radius, 10 squared, AM squared, this is 6. So it is 6 squared plus OM squared. It is 100 equals to 36 plus OM squared, and on solving it further, you get OM as square root of 100 minus 36. That is, OM is square root of 64 and it is 8 centimeter. So you have ON as 6 centimeter, you have OM as 8 centimeter. So we need to calculate only MN. So what will be Mn now? Now Mn is Om minus On. To calculate, to find Mn, Om is equal to Om minus On, you will get Mn. So this is Mn equals to 8 minus 6, which is 2 centimeters. Therefore, distance between chords is 2 centimeter. So this is the distance 2 centimeter under the situation if both the chords they lie on the same side. But what if they are lying on the opposite side? Now if you compare the calculation, you can see here also Cn, it will be the same 8 centimeter, Am it will be 6. So calculating this, if you are saying this OC squared equals to On squared plus Cn squared, this is what you will get here. Ultimately you will get On as 6 centimeter. If you see the second triangle AMO, again OA squared equals to AM squared plus OM squared. So calculating it, you get OM as 8 centimeter. Now what you need to find here? You need to find the distance between the two chords, that is Mn. So here what is Mn now? Mn is sum of these two. Got it? So just only the situations are different, but calculations can be taken as same. In B part, Mn is equal to Om plus On. Now what is Om? Om is 8 and On is 6. So here the distance becomes Mn. So hope this question is clear. No need to calculate the same thing again for that, because it is a part of the same question. You can utilize these values as it is. If it had not been given this part and you had to calculate only that, then you need to do the complete one. Right? So there are a few more questions left out that will continue in the next class. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you all. Jai Hind.